That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 154 of Camp Strange. I am your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm your other camp counselor, Dave Navarro.
And we're back to bring the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and David, what's your word? I didn't ask you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Bat.
Bat. And bat. And before, I just bumped the mic. And before we tell you any of these longer stories, we got to catch up on the weird news. And we also have to say Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's been like a month.
Yeah, we were MIA. We somehow dodged the COVID through all of it, but we didn't get sick or anything, but we were just busy doing family stuff and not in our respective towns next to our podcasting equipment. So
yeah, it's Wednesday right now. We typically try to record on Wednesdays. I remember was it last Wednesday? I was like, "Hey, I'm stuck in Montana. I don't think I'll be able to record." And you're like, "Yeah, I'm out of town too." And we're like, "Okay." Mm-hmm. It happens. We're people.
What?
Kinda.
We are people. Trust us.
We are.
But we got to catch up in this weird news, like we said. I don't think we have anything else to catch people up on. Is there any what do they call it? House cleaning? What do they call it?
Skeletons in the closet?
No, I don't know what they call it. Housekeeping. Yeah, like where you just like
life updates.
Yeah, like you're supposed to say something that like I don't know. I don't think I have anything.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Got nothing. We're not interesting people.
We're really not. We're just people think we're so interesting. We're just everyday people.
I'm so sick of everybody talking about how handsome we are.
I know, isn't that annoying?
And skinny. They say you're so skinny.
It's 6-packs. Like put your 6-packs away. And
they said your face isn't you don't have rosacea, and I'm like, I know. And they go, I know.
Yeah, I get complaints are like your guys' jaws are so chiseled. I'm afraid I'm gonna cut myself on them.
I heard somebody say beards are makeup for men, and I like that.
It's true.
I like that.
It's 100% true.
I have a soft jaw under here.
Oh boy, it's like Play-Doh. Jello over here.
Play-Doh jaw.
It's like Jello, and it actually is Jello.
You're right. And guess what? Dwight Stapler's in it.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah, I was a little afraid we're gonna start a little soft because it's been a month, but you know what? We're still rock hard over here, guys.
Anyway, let's tell you some of these stories. So, David, I got one for you right here. As people got sick at a conspiracy conference, they're sure it's anthrax.
Yeah.
So,
oh boy, I've never considered that situation. Of like what type of crazy shit a conspiracy theory like gathering would come up with if they all got sick.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes sense, but I mean, it's Occam's razor. Where the most obvious choice is usually the answer, and as we all know, we're surging right now. We are 90s green soda surging right now in the United States with COVID outbreaks. And these people apparently at a conspiracy conference, I don't know where this was, Dallas, okay? I think Don Jr. was there. Was that Don? Is that Don Jr. with that
Don
little
Cheadle?
beard? No one wants to talk about how that's the biggest conspiracy. Don Cheadle is Donald Trump's son.
Dong Cheadle, it's true. He's Dong Jr.
Dong Cheadle. Dong Cheeto.
There you go.
There we go. Anyway, yeah. So they all got most likely the new variant, the Omicron of COVID, and of course they're saying that they got poisoned in an anthrax attack because this is anthrax symptoms include fever, chest pain, shortness of breath, cough, headache, fatigue, and I think that's probably death, which is more surprising that they're just like, we got anthrax poisoned, but like one thing I know about anthrax from like, was it the 90s or like the early 2000s when like when they found it on that envelope and it like killed somebody? Is that like anthrax is supposed to like kill you with like a little bit?
Yeah, it's like a bioweapon. It's supposed to kill you like immediately, right?
I don't know if it's immediate, but you get really sick from it and then you die. And these people were like, we all got anthraxed. And I was like,
is it still a thing?
What?
Do we still have anthrax?
They ran out. Can you believe it? I went down to Target. I'm like, where's that anthrax? And they said, we're out. They're out. Some guy just came in and bought it all up. Guess where he's going? Dallas. But it is kind of crazy that like people will do like, I mean, I've still, knock on wood, I still have not gotten it. I'm boosted up. I'm double vaxxed. I'm boosted. I'm feeling good. Feeling virile.
You're only on the double?
No, I got the double and the boost.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mario Kart up in this bitch.
Yeah, I'm tripped up.
Tripped? Oh, you're tripped.
I'm all tripled. I'm triple dripping. They didn't do the needle right, so it's actually been seeping out of my arm, but I'm dripping everywhere.
I was gonna say I didn't want to get like that little bar at the bottom of an Instagram post where it's just like all this information may not be correct.
Yeah.
While David makes like they put it on shit that's like the dumbest memes about the vaccine ever that are completely obviously like a joke, and they're like, this information may not be true, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't think that there's a triple whopper inside the fucking vaccine, and they're like, be careful, the vaccine's full of hamburger meat, and people are like, this may not be true, and you're like, oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, David the Coward or Allie the Coward, whichever one of them posted a picture of their dog Miller asleep, and it said pooped out. And that got the COVID-19 fact-checking thing.
Did it really?
Yeah.
You know what the craziest thing is? They're vegan, and they don't even know they got injected with hamburger meat.
Yeah.
They did. And it's Taco Bell hamburger meat, so it's like full of rat pellets and...
Yeah.
Is that poison? I meant rat
cucaracha.
poo. Little buggy. Ooh. Little crunch. How do they get the crunch in that crunch wrap?
That explains the wiggling in my arm.
They injected me with roaches. Ooh, have you seen that fucking there's a old movie called Creepshow, and there's this one segment in Creepshow because they're short films, and it's a guy who's like an OCD clean freak, and he sprays everything in his house, and it's all like clean and white, and there's like no dirt anywhere, and there's like a cockroach that rolls in, and he sprays it with a Raid can in its face, and it dies. At the end of it, spoiler, it's been out for like 30 plus years. At the end of it, he basically bursts open because he's full of cockroaches underneath his skin, and they like crawl out of every orifice, and his skin peels off, and there's cockroaches in him. I'm like, you would feel that, but like, how vaxxed do you think that guy was?
Oh, he was loaded up.
He snuck into CVS. He got a couple more boosters.
That guy works at CVS, and he's giving himself daily boosters.
He just, hey, where'd all the vaccines go? He's like, sugar water.
He's all bloated.
He's like the guy from he's the bug from Men in Black. He's like,
he's a mix
there's
between the
something wrong
bug
with my neck.
He's a mix between the bug and Men in Black and the blueberry bitch from Willy Wonka.
Violet, you're turning violet. Violet, you're turning into a fucking cockroach.
Hey, honestly, it makes sense to inject us with La Cucaracha because
they're fighters.
They don't. Do you think COVID's gonna stop those nasty bastards? They're gonna eat that shit up.
They're fighters. They can't die.
Yeah.
And if you die, you just made them a nice cockroach home.
You know what's funny? What I was just thinking about was when COVID started and we were recording episodes, and we tried really hard to avoid COVID because we're just like, let's focus on something else. People are tired of hearing about it. It's like, oh, it'll be gone in like 2 weeks, like they all thought. Mm-hmm. It's still here.
We just have a COVID podcast at this point. We don't talk about nothing else but.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, dude, David, you got a story? I'm done with all my fucking anthrax talk.
Convicted arsonist named acting fire chief in Illinois Fire Department.
Wait, what?
A convicted arsonist was named
Oh, I heard you.
the acting fire chief of Illinois Fire Department.
Is this what they're talking about when they talk about the there's a lack of workers, so they just need people?
It's more of like they needed 10 years experience. He's like, well, I spent 10 years in prison for a fire. You're hired.
He's like, I know fire front and back, sideways to sideways. I could start one.
No one knows it better.
They're like, you didn't finish your sentence. He's like, I said I could start one. That I know how tall they get. He like knows everything about fires except for how to put them out.
Yeah.
Or actually, he probably would know how to put them out because when the fire department shows up, he runs around and puts his arms out and tries to stop them from hitting the bottom of the fire.
Yeah.
My baby.
So it says here, Jermaine Simons pled guilty to arson more than 20 years ago when he was just 18. He was accused of setting fire to a vacant home and setting another small fire at Dupo High School.
Okay. But to be fair, I also took my dad's gasoline can.
Mm-hmm.
This is when Daredevil came out. You know that
yeah.
movie? The movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Affleck.
John Favreau and Michael Clark Duncan?
Yeah. And who played Bullseye? The fucking Colin Farrell played Bullseye.
Colin Farrell. They got Electra.
The Hannibal Lecter's in it. Yep.
Yeah.
But there was a part where he shoots something or drops a lighter or something like that, and it spells out a D.
Oh, yeah. The double
in
D's.
fire on the floor.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I went across the street to the school and I wrote my name in gasoline, and then I lit it on fire. And my dad was mad.
Oh, no. Papa's mad.
He turned into Daredevil the way he beat the shit out of me.
So filled with rage you went blind.
And he really turned into Daredevil when the cop showed up and he goes, I didn't see nothing. But yeah, it was a good time. I had a good half hour before my arsonist days were over.
Yeah, my buddy and I came up with the idea to, and this will say how young we were when we were doing this. We would take Capri Suns and a can of Axe body spray.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we would shotgun that Capri Sun, empty it out, bone dry, and you would take the straw and you'd line it up with the Axe body spray, and you would inflate the bladder with Axe body spray.
Oh,
and
no.
You would hold a lighter at the end, and you could slowly squeeze it, and it'd be like a flamethrower.
Whoa.
It's very cool. I wouldn't suggest anybody do it, but it's very, very cool.
I just turned mine into a cell phone. You know that trick where you fold it in half?
Shiny.
Yeah, and then it's like a flip phone, and the straw is the antenna. It was a good time.
Yeah, the real razor.
You were too busy starting fires. I was on business calls with big mountain cooler.
That's true.
I need double, triple, but
triples is safe.
Triples is best.
It's best, it's safest.
Best. Triples of the Nova. I have another. Actually, I'm gonna do a double news story right here because they both concern the same place, and I hope I'm not stepping on toes right here. But they both have to do with North Korea. And the first one is I think you might have heard about this, but apparently Kim Jong-un's dad invented burritos. North Korea bizarrely claims as sales of Western dish boom.
I saved that article for 3 weeks, maybe a month, and then I forgot to go back and pick it up. So I'm glad you brought that one with you.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's incredible.
I like how they call him Kim Jong-un's dad when we all know him as Kim Jong-il. Like, we all know Kim Jong-il. He's been gone for 10 years now, but I feel like he's, this is for all those new North Korea heads who are just learning about
I feel like
the crazy antics of the country.
I feel like people knew about the Papa way more than the son.
I told you, I don't know if I brought this up on the podcast, but like Kim Jong-il's dad, so Kim Jong-un's grandfather had like a giant goiter or boil on his head.
Yeah,
and he was only allowed to be photographed from a certain angle
Yeah, I think you've brought that up before. It's wild.
Yeah, and they'd like kill you if like you took a picture of his goiter.
They kill you if you fucking sneeze.
Oh, I mean, we'll get into that in the next story, but basically, what happens is they painted a mural on the side of like a wall, and it shows him in the kitchen where burritos are being prepared, and apparently so he calls them wheat wraps. He doesn't call them burritos, so he calls them wheat wraps. Which here's the thing, a burrito is like, I don't even know what came first, like a falafel or a burrito or a crunch wrap. Hold the cockroach. But I mean, he's not even necessarily biting a burrito. He's kind of biting just like the whole wheat wrap thing. But it is funny to think that he invented it, because like I don't feel like not to be mean, but like I don't think anything like was really invented there besides like horrible torture or something, like torture methods. But he also claimed to to invent a dish called the double bread with meat. And it looked uncannily like a hamburger.
Oh no! Can they not even come up with like an interesting name?
No, they're very very literal people.
Holy shit!
It's like the wheat wrap, the double bread with meat. You know, I mean, here's the thing. The hamburger is named after a guy, so if they just came up with a food there, that everything would be called the Kim Jong Il, Kim Jong Un, you know,
Mark 1, Mark 2.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be named after anybody else but them, because you know that they get in all the holes in ones. They're invented all the foods, and they're just killing it over there. Speaking of killing it over there, North Korea has reportedly publicly executed at least 7 people for watching K-pop.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah. So, Kim Jong Un has called K-pop, I guess, a vicious cancer, and apparently, like, that's one of the biggest crimes you can commit, is to consume any kind of South Korean entertainment or culture.
Yeah.
And he says it corrupts North Koreans when it comes, like, you know, even attire, hairstyles, speeches, behaviors, and as we know, their biggest export has to be K-pop. And maybe some dramas too, some TV shows, but apparently he's straight up murdering people. I mean, how can you not watch Squid Game? It's so good.
All I want is a BTS halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Oh, don't we all?
Do.
Oh my God. Sorry, I just want to finish this up real quick. I want to get back to BTS for a second, but yeah. So like, apparently they're just like taking people, and instead of like publicly executing them, now they're like taking them to like secret rooms and killing them, because they don't want, with the phones and ways for media to get out. They don't want any of that like getting out, because it just brings horrible press, and they don't want to deal with anybody. So they're just like hiding these executions, but they're saying they're happening. And also, when it comes back to the burritos, apparently no one's getting any. They're not getting any burritos.
They don't even get to enjoy it. It's not for them.
All these wheat wraps that are supposed to be invented there and in abundance, it's all lore. It's all fiction. It's like a unicorn.
Hogwash.
I saw a wheat wrap the other day. Bullshit. It was in the woods. I saw it. Bullshit. But yeah, speaking of BTS, just the side note right here. I was driving downtown LA, and there was a billboard from the fans of BTS that just said, I don't know who it was. I really don't. I could look at the picture, but it was like, I'm just going to call him John. John, we're so happy you were born. And it was a picture of him. Love your BTS army or family. And I was like, yo, they bought a billboard for one man to see
in a different country.
Probably doesn't live in LA. Come on. They have to be like hoping that like people are either sending him pictures, tweeting him, I bet they are, or that that's the route he took to get to the Staples Center, now Crypto.com Arena. You know what I mean?
Terrible name.
Hey.
I hate the Lakers with a dying passion, but I hate Crypto Arena more.
So if you guys don't
So
know,
bad.
in LA, it's a big controversy, not a big controversy, but a talking point that they changed Staples Center into Crypto.com Arena, and Staples Center has been a staple, ha ha ha, in LA for a long time. But fun fact, David, Staples Center hasn't paid the people who own the arena for like the past 2 years or 3 years. So they're just like waiting for another buyer to come through. So, and
Well, you know how much they sold it for, right?
No.
7 million? No.
What? No way.
What was it?
700 million?
Yeah, maybe 700 million.
Yeah, but they got paid in shitcoin. They got paid in diarrhea coin.
Have I ever told you how I found out about the K-pop group BTS?
No.
So it was after I worked on a really big NFL commercial that was a Super Bowl commercial, and it involved a shit ton of NFL players being,
Oh yeah, they're tackling each other in like a big dining room, not a dining room, a banquet hall.
it was like a ball.
Yeah.
But so like during that shoot, I would be walking the athletes to set. And the whole time I'm doing it, I'm walking all these Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers. And I'm a big football fan, so like it was super cool for me. The whole time I'm walking them back there, there's like tons of behind the scenes photographers, like taking pictures of them walking to set. And I'm in all of these photos with all these athletes. And so I spent a long time trying to find the photos because it's like, yeah, I want a picture of me, walking with Peyton Manning, stuff like that.
With Gruden?
Gruden was not there.
Well, I thought he gets canceled too, so.
Yeah.
I want to find that one.
So I was Googling, like, the commercial BTS. I kept typing BTS, and all I got were pictures of these young, sexy Korean boys. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Why do I keep getting these stunningly handsome Korean boys on my Google Images when I'm trying to find like football players with me awkwardly like gallivanting next to them? And so yeah, that's how I found out who BTS was, because I had no idea. I didn't know anything about K-pop.
David kept looking at the pictures of the BTS guys and going,
I saved so many.
He kept going, which one am I? Wait, which? I don't remember wearing this. I'm sorry. Like, I have no qualms with BTS, but I can't speak badly on them because I know their fans are so scary and they will swat your house.
I am all for it. I love the fact that they make music. As far as I'm aware, I don't think any of it's in English. I think it's all.
No. It is.
Oh, is it? I thought
I thought
some
of their new stuff. I think I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think a few years ago it wasn't, but I
like
love
a
the
song
fact
with Coldplay or something.
Well, I love the fact that they are so popular where I believe the majority of their music is not in English, and they are so huge in America. I think that's like the coolest thing ever.
But something made me laugh so hard. I saw a meme. It says, "Why? How come all these BTS guys?" It was on Black Twitter, and it was like, "Why? How come all these BTS guys have that auntie haircut?" Like, I guess everyone's black aunt has like the same haircut as the guys from BTS. It's kind of a short bob. I don't know. It made me laugh really hard. I'm a frequenter of Black Twitter. It's great. It's so fun. But made me laugh. Anyway, Dave, you have another story?
I have two more. So singer Amorion speaks out. I'm an artist, not a COVID variant.
I love Amarion. I love when you could capitalize on a comeback from like a meme or like a
worldwide pandemic.
Yeah. Omarion's like best thing that ever happened to me. I love it.
So Amarion's name is pretty close to Omicron. So people are. I don't think anybody honestly thought that he had anything to do with it. I think it was more of just people fucking with him.
I think one of his most recent songs was "Now getting close to me and the bumper didn't want to be."
That was like 7 years ago.
Like grocery. Yeah, well, like I said, you got to capitalize on that comeback.
Was that? I didn't realize he did that song. I feel like I was
think that was
working in like actual radio when that song was out.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
a long time ago.
It was a while ago. But he was like big with like Bow Wow, I think, in like that era. You know, I think
Well, he was B2K.
BTS, B2K. I don't know. Let me see.
He was in a
B2K.
group. He was in a group. Yeah.
Who's in? Oh, he was in B2K
Heyo.
with Lil Fizz, J Boog, and Raz B.
So he is the.
He has the most.
He's
normal
the Justin
name.
Timberlake.
He's.
Of B2K.
I think Lil Fizz is fucking selling sodas on the corner now. He's like chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. You know, that shit. Yeah, I don't know. I think they won. Did they win some P Diddy competition or something? B2K. Anyway.
They had one banger on the Stomp the Yard soundtrack.
Hell yeah, I love you know that.
I swear you would know this song.
I probably would. Are you playing it right now? What are you doing?
I'm making sure I'm right on that was the name of that movie, the Crumping movie.
Oh yeah, Stomp the Yard.
Pretty sure they had a song on that.
That movie made Tim's real big. Timberlands.
Tim's are always big.
Yeah, but that made them bigger.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it was You Got Served. No, Omarion was in You Got Served?
Oh, he was doing the serving.
Yeah, he was the server. He was the waiter.
He was. Is that movie about Red Lobster?
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta stop eating the endless shrimp. It's not endless. We have an amount back there that is not similar to endless.
No, ain't
It's
no black hole in the
quantifiable.
freezer.
There's a quantifiable amount of shrimp back there.
All right, I got one more news story.
Oh, jeez.
First dose vaccinations quadruple in Quebec ahead of restrictions at liquor and cannabis stores.
Wait, that's where it's popping off.
It's because liquor stores and cannabis stores now have a you have to be vaccinated to enter.
Oh, so you're saying that I wasn't really paying attention. I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine. I do that to you all day.
Thank you. You said that
The first dose vaccinations have quadrupled in Quebec because restrictions at liquor stores and cannabis stores.
That's so sick.
That's great.
You know, sometimes people don't talk about how much weed has done for the society
It really has.
and just the world.
Yeah.
And liquor.
I mean, it grows out of the ground.
Yeah. So, that's what I've been saying about opium this entire time.
Yeah,
all these opium plants, just like, come on, legalize.
I mean, who doesn't love a good opium den?
I want a big long opium stick to smoke.
It's got to be so long, someone else has got to light it.
I want to smoke opium from the next room. Please. That's cool. I love it. Like I love opium. Okay. Should we go into these stories?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Now, David, although it's a new year, and of course a new you, there are some things that just always follow us into the new year. And you know what I'm talking about, David. I'm talking about that stinky fucking leg of yours.
If I'm going to be completely honest, it's only gotten stankier.
I know. You can't shake the leg. You can't shake it. It follows you into new year.
Well, the problem is
to the afterlife.
People have been dying for the update, and Daddy's Cream is, it's still, I'm still creamless.
See, well, that's my next sentence is, now, although we both know that no amount of Daddy's Cream is going to fix that putrid, vile meat log you call a leg, you may be in luck. Because today, I would like to tell you about a somewhat serious, disturbing, confusing, and of course, strange disorder that could solve all of your limb issues, David. Now, wait, were you going to say something?
Yeah, my mom asked me about the whole stinky leg thing.
Yeah.
She was very curious.
What did she say again?
She was like, what's with the stinky leg thing?
You're like, what about it? It's wrapped in a trash bag and dogs go after it. There's nothing more, Mom.
And if I'm gonna be completely honest, I have no idea at this point. I don't remember why this became a thing.
I mean, I don't feel like we're not whiskey men. We don't really drink whiskey, and we're both whiskey men.
I drink whiskey.
Well, you don't really drink whiskey. You drink urine.
Well, by the time it goes through me, it's whiskey.
It's whiskey again.
It's
What?
brown.
I don't drink much water. But most of the stuff we say is not rooted in anything that is that believable or credible.
Yeah.
But
If anybody
we'll say it.
has binged us recently and that remember the origin of it, I'd love to know, because I honestly do not remember where it came from.
I mean, I'm just trying to. Oh my God, that's what I wanted to say. Oh shit, I'm gonna pull that up because some very very kind listener, they wrote us an email asking if they could make their own merch, and I want to find it. I want to find it so bad.
Absolutely.
But she's asked if she could make her own merch, and we're like, yeah, go for it. Like of course. And
I never look at the email. I have no idea. I have no idea what the email is. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay, I found it. So it was from Amanda, and she sent a very nice email asking if she could make her own merch, and her shirt is a shirt that says "Put it on a shirt." That's another one of the things. And
I did see that. That was a great shirt.
And it had a chocolate bar and a root beer on it, and that's from the episode where the guy got shot through the ball sack.
He's just eating the Reese's Crunch and a root beer.
It's so gross.
I do remember that.
Love it, though. But I asked. She said, "I have like a handful of favorite quotes from you guys," and I asked her, I was like, I'm very curious on what these favorite quotes are, because like I said, we say a lot of stuff and we don't remember what we say. So,
I say it all the time. I don't remember yesterday.
So I'll just read off some of them. They might be good, they might be bad. We said them, so we're allowed to say if they're bad or good. But okay, the first one is.
This would be a fun game to do a who said it.
Honestly, I was trying to figure that out and I couldn't figure it out. Some of them I can, some of them I can't. Some of them she put a little like a A or a D next to it.
Yeah.
But, so the first one is, it would be kind of nice to die in a basket, right? And then she put, on speaking about hot air balloons being death traps.
I'm gonna go with that's you.
That might be me. This next one is 11, the baker's mistake. Instead of
I think that's you again.
That might have been you, actually. I don't know.
No, that's too clever for me.
So, third, black pepper lamp. Talking about the pink salt lamps. I think that was you, David.
Probably.
How do you stop a car when the car is made of dogs? Question mark.
I don't have any memory of that.
I think the lizard man yeeted a dog at a car, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Skinny, as in it has a lot of skin. The next one is Steel Reserve and orange juice. Orange juice is like a screwdriver, but if they jammed it in your temple.
I mean, it's okay to laugh at your own jokes if you don't remember saying them, right?
It's true. Yeah, that's fair play. Fair play. This is you, David. Hone-omer.
Hone-omer.
It's homeowner, but it says, and then she wrote, never worry about mispronouncing words. It's adorable. And if it was a physical object, I'd collect it. I don't know what that means, but yeah, sure.
We're making NFTs.
Yes, of our dumb shit, the things we say. French, that one, of course. That's a big one. Church groupies. What do they call them? Nuns? I love hungry men, ... and mans. I don't know that one. Oh, this one's my favorite one. Alex, How do the bubbles form over your skin tags? ? David. Wait. It's not over. David. No, they grow under. Alex. I fucking hate this podcast. Next one. Glue, glue-in, glide, glid. I think that was
That's
David
me.
trying to find the
That's
right
definitely me.
pronunciation.
I don't understand English. It's not my first language.
Next is spooky casual. And do you know why there are so many hot dogs in heaven? Because all dogs go to heaven. And the last one is, you know how they do it at Burlington Coat Factory? First offense is jail.
That's a more recent one. I actually remember that. That was like a month
Yeah.
or two ago.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Amanda. We really enjoyed.
That's incredible.
We really enjoyed that little drive down memory lane of all the dumb shit we've said. And
That's really
recorded.
good.
So that's fun. If you guys have any favorite quotes, you guys can send them to the email at campstrangepodcast@gmail.com, and maybe we'll read more on here. You know, who knows? Okay, but like I said, you got a stinky fucking leg, and no amount of daddy's cream's gonna fix that shit. But you may be in luck today, because I'm going to tell you about a disorder that could solve all your issues. Now, David, although this strange mind state can't be learned, you can't learn this disorder, David.
Okay.
Since it is a mental disorder, I'm hoping after we lightly make fun of its insanity and of the insanity of it all, that you can draw some inspiration from these absolutely kooky stories, as today we discuss the strange disorder known as body integrity identity disorder. So this is like, I'm gonna preface this. I'll just say this. Now, although we may say some silly or dumb stuff on this podcast, I must legally say that you should in no way do anything even close to what is mentioned in any of these stories, and that it will result in serious harm or regret. Also, mental disorders are very serious things, and if you think you may be suffering from one, please talk to someone before taking any matters into your own hands, or should I say, not your own hands, because this is a very interesting disorder that I had no idea existed until I found it online. And it is called Body Integrity Identity Disorder, or BIID, BID. And it is a psychological condition where sufferers believe that they have been born with a part of their body that should not be there. Another way to say it is, people who suffer from BIID usually have an overwhelming desire to have one of their limbs amputated, but others have reported wanting to be in a wheelchair or to be blind, even though they are physically healthy.
Are you going to talk about that alien guy?
What? Katie and I talked about that guy. They have like ball bearings in his forehead.
And he cut off his pinky
Nose?
and ring finger on each hand.
Oh yeah, he has like a lobster claw, right? Or like a big lobster.
No,
hand
it's
now.
not even a lobster claw. He snipped off the bottom too.
Pinky and ring.
I feel like if I was in that position, I would have rather have fused.
No,
the
get rid
two.
of your index and your ring, and just get like a big you space them out a little bit more, right?
See,
You get rid of the
what
bottom.
I'm saying, you fuse them together.
Oh, he fused them.
No. I'm saying that's what I would have done.
Oh yeah, that's like the lobster boy right there. That's a lobster boy thing. But no, we're not talking about him, but it kind of falls into a very similar category, and along with like a lot of body modification. You know, we could talk about Guinness Book of World Records that just put that on a pedestal. Who remembers Leopard Guy? Who remembers?
Oh, yeah. Isn't he dead?
I think he died. He got attacked by a lion.
I'm just going to throw it out there real quick. If you got to go to Mexico to get some sort of surgery, it might not be the right move.
You know what? We're going to talk about that today, because there were some Mexico trips. And you know, not saying like doctors in Mexico are bad, but just make sure they're a doctor and like have a real doctorate, not like you know, there's some cases when I don't know much about doctors in other countries, but I do know that when some people come here, they go, I used to be a doctor in another country, and now they're a taxi cab driver or something. And I'm like, Oh,
Guy in the office.
yeah. And I'm like, is that just because you don't want to go through doctor school again? Or is it because like most of your doctoring had to do with driving a taxi?
What?
I don't know. He's just like, he has a steering wheel in their chest and he's like, I can't get the blood on the right side of their body. And he's just trying to like, I don't know.
Where are my wipers?
But it's just like, just make sure that they're credible, I guess, if you're going to go be doing that stuff. I see people go down to other countries to go get their veneers.
Yeah.
Where they shave down your teeth into little fucking chiclets and then they put fake teeth over them. But I saw some.
I know it's expensive, but I feel like if I'm gonna get that done, I'm gonna pay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for it.
It's like a tattoo. Like you pay for what you get. Because I saw some TikTok dentists being like, "Do not do that. They're fucking like causing infections in like your jawbones when you."
That's
when they
not
do
where
that.
you want infection.
No. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, this whole thing is very unique. This BIID is very unique, and it's like I don't understand it at all. But we're gonna delve into it a little bit and tell you some stories of people who have it. And like I said, it's very rare because there's only 300 documented cases of BIID.
Holy shit!
In the world. So
that's very small.
But that's only documented. So I think a lot of people are like they feel it, but they don't act on it. So it's kind of, strange, or they don't tell anybody about it, Yeah. So now the ethics surrounding the curing of this rare disease are very controversial and nuanced due to the fact that there is no known cure for such a disorder that's guaranteed. You see, some people believe that such amputations or body modifications will cause the patient to be cured of the disorder, and that actually in the case of some people, they believe that like some people will be like, oh, I had my leg amputated, that's the thing I didn't want, and I feel much better now and I'm not fixated on it. While others believe that the disorder can spread to like other limbs, or that regret can set in after such a drastic body modification that like people go, what the fuck did I do? I don't have legs anymore. Like, I can't believe I did this, that kind of thing. And also, just as a side note, apparently, most people who suffer from BIID fixate on only the left side of their body as well, which is a kind of like a weird little, just
the non-dominant, less used side. I don't know.
Probably like something that, I didn't even think about that. That's probably exactly what it is. Just like, I don't even like the left side of my body. I don't even use it. I shoot pool left-handed.
I bowl left-handed.
Do you bowl left-handed?
Yeah.
That's hard.
I mean, I just fucking throw the thing. I'm not really aiming.
Yeah, you should probably have it touch the wood before it hits the pins. That's all I'm saying. David shoots it like a shot put.
Yeah, I got a great rotation, good spin.
He could hold the ball real close to his jaw because of the jaw infection. He doesn't feel much anymore.
Yeah, the goiter up there really cushions it.
So today I just wanted to cover a couple of cases where people took matters into their own hands concerning their BIID wishes. And although I want to be sensitive to these people's ailments, it was way too interesting not to cover. Also, some of these people did not want to use their real names in these stories, while others didn't mind at all. So there might be some fake names in here. And I was like very curious and being like, this is a made up thing. Because I read it in a book that Katie got me for Christmas, and it talked about it, and I was like, this isn't real. They just said, Jason did this. And I was like, that's bullshit. Like, they made up a name. It's not a real thing. And then I looked into it, and I was like, oh, there's like people with this. So regardless if these stories are 100% true, this ailment does exist. And there are some cases where let's just say this. I found an article on peoplemagazine.com with a video of a person. It'll be the last story we talk about today. But a person who went forward with something and they're very happy. And it's like the most extreme shit I've ever heard. So anyway. Jason is the first story. Is a man who, after practicing on animal legs purchased from a butcher, so not live animal legs, thank God. He practiced on animal legs purchased from a butcher, staged an accident with a power tool in which he cut into his own hand so badly that it couldn't be saved or reattached. And in an interview with ModBlog, he asserted that he did not want his identity known because his quote-unquote accident caused his family to raise money for his surgery, and he didn't want them to feel like they had been swindled. At the time, he said, I'm one of those body integrity disorder BII dudes. As long as I can remember, having two hands was a defect in my body, something that was not meant to be. So he fucking cut off his own hand. And I don't really understand the psychology behind it. I want to, and something I don't like to get too political or anything like that on here, but like some things that like kept coming up, they were talking about gender transitioning, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And here's my thing about it: if you want to do it, I say go for it. If it makes you happy, go for it. But just really think about what you're doing, because it's like getting a tattoo, where once you get it, it's very hard to get rid of, and it's permanent. So
a tattoo on your face.
Exactly. Oh, the Juggalo dude we got the big fucking Juggalo, the Juggalo face paint on his face.
Yeah.
He is going through what's it called?
Laser?
Removal. Yeah, laser removal, and he's like, it's like the worst thing I've ever done. I can't believe I did this. And just like, you really have to like want this and be happy with it, because if you're happy, then that's all that really matters. But it's also a fine line.
I remember when I turned 18, I was like, oh, I want to get this tattoo, and I never did it, and like now I'm so glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, I guess the thing is just like really be sure that you want to do this, because especially if you're like amputating a leg on your body and you're a fully functional leg, you know, like
a laser's not going to fix that.
Yeah, that's done. It could be much more debilitating than you think. So I don't know. You just got to really think about it. So next story.
real quick back to what you said was, I was confused. So what was the thing about the animals? The animal, like the chicken legs?
Oh, he bought a bunch of like animal legs from like the butcher, and I think he ran them through the saw blade to see what they would do to the hand if he put meat if he put his hand in it.
Okay, I was confused by that. I thought you were saying that he was pretending like it was.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
No,
so
I think
he did cut his hand off with the saw.
He didn't. I don't think he cut his hand off, but I think he got like so close that like they're like, we can't save the hand. You know, like we were
gonna really mangled it.
I think he's one of those people who like really wanted to. He's like very embarrassed about his syndrome.
Okay.
The BIID disorder, that he's just like, I need to make this look like an accident where it doesn't make sense to have my hand anymore. Not like, oops, I cut off my whole hand, because that's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy. It's like, is that what like the BME Pain Olympics is?
Yeah, I think so.
for those who don't know, David, explain what the BME Pain Olympics is.
Boy, that's going back to like 6th grade.
That's why we're like this.
I feel like there was like a dude who put a bunch of like fucking 5-inch nails through his testicles.
Yeah, it's something like that. I remember there's like, it's like the new age of the internet, and there's horrible shit online, and like it just people like
dismembering themselves.
It was a dare where you like go on this website, and it's like some guy like shoving a jar up his butthole or something, or like nailing his penis to a board.
Okay, I think the jar one was different. I don't think that was incorporated, but that is one thing I will never forget.
I bet you won't. Anyway,
a man tries to. I'll just paint a picture. A man tries to sit on a jar.
Jar broke.
And yeah, the peer pressure from his sphincter shattered the jar into his.
The peer pressure.
Rectum.
Come on, James, do it.
Yeah,
it would be funny.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was bad. But next story, as in 2015, Claire Jones, so this is a person who used their full name, a mother who was suffering from venophobia, a fear of veins, begged surgeons to amputate her legs, although and like, 'cause she didn't want to see varicose veins. She had varicose veins in her legs. She was so scared of them. And although she was refused an amputation, she was offered a surgery that would remove the varicose veins. So there are some people who have BIID that are for practical reasons. Another person I read about was a young girl who was like 18, and she had a leg that was it wasn't functional at all. It was just kind of dead weight, and she couldn't use it. and she said, I want to be faster. I want to be able to run
Yeah, lob
faster.
it off.
So she wanted to get her leg amputated so she could get a prosthetic and run faster. And I was like, that does make sense to me, actually.
100%. I do
I
the
don't
same.
think that, that's not like BIID. I think that's like more practical. But anyway, next story. Carl, I guess not his real name, wanted so badly to lose his legs that he sat in his car and spent 6 hours with his legs packed in 100 pounds of dry ice for 45 minutes.
Ooh.
Afterwards, he drove himself to the ER where his legs were actually amputated. That actually did the trick,
Yeah.
which is
You
fucked
can't
up.
fuck around with dry ice, man.
Oh my God, I touched it with like my fingertips and I like recoiled so hard. I was like, ow, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
how does somebody strap that to their legs, 100 pounds of it? Like, ooh.
God damn. I'm trying to think of like how much ice that would have fucking been.
I know. I don't know. I feel like you're not allowed to buy that
'Cause
much
it's
dry
light.
ice. He must have
Dry
like
ice is light.
accumulated that for like over months because they don't like people make like little
No.
bombs out of it and stuff.
No, you can't accumulate for months unless you have a special freezer because that
Oh,
shit will
really?
disappear in your freezer.
Really? It just gets smaller and smaller?
I bought some for Halloween
Oh yeah.
and I was like, we didn't use all this. Like, oh, I'll just hold on to this. Who knows? And like, there's just a fucking sad little
There's
bag.
a
in the
grape of
fridge.
there's a grape of dry ice in your fridge.
No, there's nothing. It was just a sad, lonely bag with nothing in it.
That's actually funny as shit.
Fucking
It's
ice
like-
machine was broken and shit.
It's like the raccoon putting the cotton candy in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, this next one was in 1992. A man named George Boyer shot himself in the leg with a shotgun, and he would, yeah. Oh, like, dude. Oh. Oh, no, don't say that. No spoilers.
Spoiler!
No spoilers. If you know, you know. He would have died, but luckily, his landlady discovered him bleeding out on his floor. And after spending 10 days in the ER, doctors were forced to amputate his leg from the waist down. Reportedly, Boyer was happy, saying, "My only regret is that it didn't happen sooner."
Huh?
But, like, it's just
it's a tough one, you know, because if he's happy, he's happy. But at the same time, you know, firing a shotgun, you know, he could have hurt someone else. Like, that's not a... I just there's not a safe way of doing it.
see. That's what I keep coming
Just
back
dry
to.
ice.
Just drop that dry ice to it, you know. But and then he drove himself to the hospital. That's a little fucking crazy. Was he doing was he like
Was his
doing
left
a
leg?
handstand? I think he got both. If you're gonna do
Driving
one, you're gonna
stick.
do both, right? Yeah, the clutch is fucked.
Oh, you're saying the guy with the dry ice. I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, not shotgun leg.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about...
No, not him. But no, I keep going back and forth where I'm like, okay, what's more important, physical health or mental health? You know, like, obviously, like mental health is
Well, some
Paramount.
situations you can't have one without the other, though.
yeah, and I guess like physical health is not like if you lose a leg, it's not like you're gonna die. You know what I mean? But like if you have two fully functional legs and you decide on your own free will that you want to get rid of one, it's like complications could happen that are dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
And it's also kind of shitty because doctors go, I'm not going to amputate the leg. So then they go, okay, I'm going to do something more dangerous and try to shoot my leg off with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I'm going to do it at the county fair.
oh my God, I told you that, right? A guy at my county fair, he lost his leg. His leg got amputated when the Caterpillar roller coaster for children ran him over.
Holy shit.
His leg came off.
Clean off.
I don't know if it was clean.
I don't trust those fucking rides, especially
don't-
that smiley ass caterpillar.
Dude, I get so scared of that, like that alien saucer. I'm like the one that you stick against the wall. I'm so afraid it's not going to stop.
You see one person puke on that ride, you will never get back on that again. I can tell you
I-
that much.
Yeah, especially when they puke on the thing and then it like sticks to the wall and just like,
I remember walking by that thing once and I just saw a bucket of puke fly over the edge. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going on that.
dude, I don't know. I can't do county fairs anymore. I get way too scared. And then one day
I'll
strap
go,
you
but
in
I'm
the
not getting on a
cage.
fucking ride.
What about the one where they strap you in the cage and they just like flip it as fast as they can, as many times as
zipper?
they can? Yeah, the zipper. Like
My sister had 2 friends fall out of the zipper back-to-back years.
were they testicles?
What? Oh, I see what you did there, you fucking bastard. I quit.
I thought you were setting me up. I thought this was
No,
a big
no,
joke.
100%. They didn't
Okay.
like lock the cage or something. They fucking fell out.
What happened to him?
One was okay, and I think one broke their wrist.
Ow. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ow. Ooh. I hope it was worth it. The $13 ticket to get on. Jeez. So this next guy, his name is David, so he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He's a 23-year-old man who started a blog to document his BIID. David no longer wanted to keep his left leg or his teeth. I guess you do have something in common.
Yeah.
In order to remove his teeth, he didn't brush his teeth for 18 years and let them
Oh, holy shit! There's better ways, my friend. You're just hurting everybody around you with that. Just take a fucking hammer and a chisel. Holy shit!
he let them fall out to massive
God.
disrepair, and dentists were forced to remove his teeth. So a lot of them
Dude, I
fell
feel
out.
bad for everyone around that man. Holy shit, that is just not okay.
Do you think he had a husband, wife, girlfriend, or boyfriend?
No.
Well, he might have. They just might have loved Mountain Dew or something like that. You
Oh
know?
my god, dude, that's repulsive.
I would love to.
Like, I'm a once a week kind of brusher, but like,
That's a good science. Okay, David. That's a good science fair project. Don't brush your
Yeah.
teeth for a year. See what happens. Have you guys seen The Martian, where at the end of the movie, Matt Damon got like fucking plaque all over his teeth and shit? It's really. If you see,
I
The
don't
Martian-
remember that. I've seen it. I don't remember that part though.
Oh, it's not like a part they talk about. It's just kind of a minor detail where I looked at his teeth and I was like, ooh, fuck. Like, come on. Do the old when you're sleeping over at your friend's house, you know, have your toothbrush and you put the toothpaste on your finger
yeah.
and you just kind of do a loose rub on your teeth and it does nothing.
Oh yeah. I
So
took a
bad.
survival class once, and they said if you don't have a toothbrush, you can just like rub a piece of wood in there, and that will help. It's not going to be as good.
They're just like, oh, you guys are going to, you guys are duck in the woods. Oh, you know what you can put a log in your mouth. Just go suck on a log.
Well, yeah, but no, they say like if you got like a
Like some pine tree, pine needles.
you could always use a toothpick if you're in a real pickle.
If you're in a pickle, you're gonna want to use one of them little seeds in the middle of it. I tell you,
Yo.
pickle is very acidic. Fuck up your teeth real quick. So get out of the pickle as fast as you can. Anyway,
In and out real quick.
So the next guy is Philip Brody. Was a 79-year-old man who traveled to Mexico. Whoa, David.
There it is. I knew it was coming.
In 1999 to have his leg amputated for $10,000. You pay for what you
Holy
get.
shit!
Was that a lot or a little for a leg amputation?
I guess that's true.
I mean, no,
That's fair.
it's a little because there's like main arteries that like go like I think you have your femoral artery and that shit going down to your leg.
They're like, yeah, man, we cut your dick off. What do you want to do with it?
they're like,
We put on a keychain for you.
he's like, this is the most backhanded compliment I could ever get. They're like, we thought it was your leg, and you're like, I'm so fucking mad.
They're like, that's cool, but that sucks.
It was big.
Give me the keychain.
Sorry. Give me they made it into a rabbit's foot. I love it. So give him $10,000. The man who cut off his leg. You know, I'm thinking 79-year-old guy. I feel like this guy was like, I don't have medical and I have diabetes or something
And I
like
have
that.
no need for this dick anymore.
Yeah. Not his dick. Not his dick. His leg.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yes.
I was caught up in my own fantasies.
So he didn't have a need for that anyway. But so the man who cut off his leg was an unlicensed doctor, and Bondi, I guess the guy, Philip Bondi. Bondi died due to complications from gangrene. The doctor was later charged with second-degree murder for Bondi's death. So it's a warning to all you unlicensed doctors out there too. Don't be trying to, dabble. Remember that guy? Remember that like teen who got caught giving mammograms door to door?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I mean, not really, but yeah, I see what you're going with.
It was so not cool.
Was that real? I always assumed that was like fake.
I mean, I don't know how
I feel like I always saw like screenshots. I don't feel like I ever like saw an actual
Oh no,
article.
I saw the kid talking. Like he's like one of those people who's like a sociopath who like he was like 17 or 18 and he was like wearing a doctor's coat, and even after he got caught he was like, I'm going to medical school now, and you're like, what the fuck? You're going to prison, dog.
Yeah.
It was like in between the trial, and he's like, I'm enrolling in medical school. Like, who would even just be like, wait, you're that guy that was like giving fake mammograms? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
Those prison courses are getting nice.
they are getting nice. They are getting nice. And you know what? Those male guards, they're getting plump. And you know, the mammograms are, you got to check males too, you know?
Yeah.
Male breast cancer, that is a thing. So
Yep.
check yourself when you're in the bath. Is that what they say? When you're in the bath, right? David's doing it.
I'm checking.
Check
I think
it.
I'm good.
Check.
I mean, there's the
check
one
it out.
growth that's always been there.
Yeah, there's the third
It's been
extra
cleared.
the third extra long nipple though. That's completely benign.
Got tied in a knot when I go for a jog.
It's like a car antenna in the wind. Just smacks him in the face. It's fucking horrible. So in 1997, next story. In 1997, Kevin Wright and a buddy traveled to Scotland to meet with Dr. Robert Smith, a pretty progressive doctor in the world of BIID.
Sounds like a fake name.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. Wait, is his name Robert Smith? Or did I leave out the T? Now that's a real name, Dr. Robert Smith. Anyway, so Kevin had his lower left leg removed and said that I just didn't want it. It didn't feel like a part of me. I didn't understand why, but I knew I didn't want my leg. So that was the successful one, apparently.
Okay.
So you go check out Robert Smith. You're going to lose your wallet, most likely, and your bottom leg. But
Robert L. Smith. The L is for leg.
I wonder if he has a calf fetish, and he's just like, this is my... You always find those people who, like, if you find what you love, you never work a day in your life. You know, I feel
true.
like there's
That's
only
true.
a few people out there, but it's got to be your weird fetish, you know?
John Madden.
Was his fetish eating mashed potatoes or something? Because
No.
he looked like he did a lot of that.
No, his Hall of Fame speech, he said he never worked a day in his life.
Oh, really? Did he come
Yeah.
up with that?
I don't know. I doubt it. That's got to be an old saying. That's got to be way
Yeah,
older
I want to
than
find the first guy. He probably has no legs. So...
I got no soul. The soul's gone from the man.
Hey, Doc, can you do me a big favor? Yeah, what's up? Take my soul out.
Soul extraction.
It don't feel right in there.
It keeps trying to get out. I can't let it out. It wants out.
I keep trying to cut it. I can't find it. I thought it
I
was.
just keep cutting and cutting. I can't find it.
It's always just bones. It's like I'm full of bones, Doc.
Bones and fruit punch. Gatorade.
I can't find the soul, Doc. The bones are in the way.
I keep cutting. I get so tired I fall asleep.
Now, Doc, I don't know if I'm telling something you don't know, but I think the soul's in this cage in the middle of my body.
Doc, you eat chicken wings, right? I keep finding them goddamn bones.
Uncle Bone Base. Remember him?
Never forget Uncle Bone Base.
Uncle Bone Base. So, next story. A graphic designer named Max Price from Santa Fe, New Mexico, used used a log splitter to severely injure his leg. Here's the best part. Which resulted in his amputation 6 months later. He described the process as kind of messy. So is a log splitter that thing that I think it is, where it's like a pointed piece of metal and then it like pushes a log onto it and then it splits into like 4 parts?
Yeah,
it's like a heavy
big metal
hydraulic machine.
It's like a big metal Play-Doh kit.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of forces it, I think.
So that guy just fucking shoved his leg in there?
Again, there's got to be better ways.
So, and 6 months later they amputated. Was he just walking around with a bag of fucking kettle corn on his hip? Like, that leg must have been nothing but like a big old sausage full of bones.
He's probably laying in the hospital bed the whole time.
There's no way they were trying to save that thing, right?
No.
Do you have a say in it? Is that part of the Hippocratic Oath where, like, if you go in and, like, your leg's shattered in 40 places from a car accident and the doctor goes, hey, your leg is shattered in 40 places, what do you want to do? And the guy's like, cut it off. And he's like, it's my job as a doctor to try to save your leg. I'm going to do everything I can. Like, is that a thing? Or will they be like, okay, we'll cut it off? Like,
I'm sure they give you an option.
Probably. If you're conscious, I guess.
Yeah.
But fuck. Oh, log splitter.
That's a bad one.
It's a bad one. But here's the last one.
Oh no.
And it's not the worst one in terms of like
Okay.
graphicness, but just like it freaks me out. It really freaks me out. And I have the most information, so I had to save it for last. So, 37-year-old woman, Jewel Shupping from North Carolina, realized that she had something different about her from the very young age of 4, when she would purposely turn off all the lights in the house and try to traverse the dark halls in the black of the night. That's right, you guessed it. Jewel stated that since the age of 6, she always wanted to be blind and felt more comfortable in the state of blindness. So, she decided to take matters into her own hands in 2006. That year, Shupping... I hear you taking a deep breath because you're scared.
That wasn't a yawn.
So she shoved her head... she shoved her head into a log... I'm joking. A log chopper. No. So that year, Shupping claims she found a... This is crazy to me. She found a sympathetic psychologist who agreed to help her fulfill her dream of becoming blind by pouring drain cleaner into her eyes.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of doing it.
She found a psychologist to do this. So, to be fair, the two first met for a few weeks to make sure Shupping was ready. I still don't think that's enough time.
No.
But, I mean, we'll get into it. She still seems happy. So she quoted saying, "It hurt. Let me tell you. My eyes were screaming and I had some drain cleaner going down my cheek, burning my skin," Shupping says. All I could think was, I'm going blind. It is going to be okay. Literally the opposite of what most people think.
Yeah. She wants to be Daredevil.
She had the can of gasoline ready.
Full circle.
Problem is, they weren't D's on the ground. And she was standing.
They were eyes.
When she lit it, she was standing right in the middle of the D. So the two waited for 30 minutes before going to the hospital, after pouring the drain cleaner in their eye, of course, where doctors worked to save Shupping's eyesight. But the permanent damage was already done, and over the next 6 months, Shupping's eyesight gradually faded. So, just to let you guys know, if you guys get drain cleaner in your eyes, immediately flush it out and get to the doctors, hopefully within 30 minutes.
Run to your closest high school and go to that little eye cleaning station.
Yes. That is fun.
It's a blast.
It's never been used, so most likely it's just not going to work, but
It's going to be dust.
Yeah, you
It's
just
gonna make it worse.
You wasted 25 minutes driving to the school. Now you're fucked. So, but her eyesight faded. Shupping has refused to name the psychologist who she says helped her blind herself. Hey,
That's fair.
snitches, get stitches. You're not gonna sell them out. So, and she can't point them out in a lineup. So that works. So, she says, I was so happy. I felt that this was who I was supposed to be, Shupping explains. Shupping's decision to blind herself put a strain on her relationship with her family. She initially told them she lost her eyesight in an accident, but upon learning the truth, Shupping's mother and sister cut off contact with her, she claims. However, Shupping says she has never been happier and does not regret her decision. Although she does not recommend her drastic method to others, she says, don't go blind the way I did. I know there is a need, but perhaps someday there will be treatment for it, Shupping says. People with BIID get trains to run their legs, freeze dry their legs, or fall off cliffs trying to paralyze themselves. It's very dangerous, and they need professional help. Which is like sort of ironic, but also a very good, poignant way to end this. That if you do have any of these ideas or thoughts, please go talk to somebody. Because
100%.
Although it is a very rare disorder, there are some people out there who want to do, even if you're thinking about like a tattoo or a body modification that is more noticeable or detrimental to your life, really think about it, really talk to some people, bounce it off them. And in the end, if you're happier for it, just make sure that in the long run, you'll be happier for it, because I guess that's all that matters. But
yeah,
teach their own.
Yeah, it's a tricky topic, but just as long as it's, you find the safest way possible to do what you got to do to be happy, I guess.
Yeah, and without harming yourself or other people.
Yeah.
Don't harm yourself. Yeah, don't stick your leg in a wood chopper or a wood press.
Definitely don't do that.
God, don't do that. Oh, that's like, I don't even think like fucking Eli Roth could come up with that shit.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, bad. Anyway. Okay, that's my story.
All righty, Tobin. I got a vastly different story for you today.
What's new?
We're going to talk about the litter of puppies who could.
Oh.
So in 1983 in Arkansas, there was a family named the Smiths. And the Smiths had adopted a new litter of puppies from their neighbors. I didn't write their names.
Robbers.
The robbers. And that night, as the family went to bed, they left the oven on, which I always fear of doing.
I do that a lot, actually, and I get in trouble for it from Katie.
Yeah. And I don't cook myself breakfast. I'm afraid I'm gonna leave something on. I just won't do it.
I left the microwave on for 14 hours.
What?
I'm just thinking of like the one thing you could.
You're supposed to turn your microwave off?
No, I'm just saying like you found a way to leave the fucking microwave on for 14 hours.
But yeah, so the house was engulfed in flames, and the family was the father Thomas, the wife Sharon, the three kids Michael, Mark, and Melanie, and a thing for M's. And so they had adopted 5 puppies. And so when the fire started, I'm making all this up, by the way.
You fucker. I was literally getting ready for like these dogs to be no, David. I was literally like, these dogs are gonna be fucking like 56 years old. Like all of them are still gonna be alive. I know it's 86, so it doesn't really make sense that they're 56 years old. Wait, does it? Close. 86.
Oh my god.
14 plus 22. 36.
No. So today I'm going to actually talk about a local-ish legend. But before I can get into that legend, we have to take a quick talk about a monumental event in American history. So on March 27th, 1980, Do you know what happened on March 27th, 1980?
Wayne Gretzky, something. No, I don't know.
The eruption of Mount Saint Helens.
Oh, shit. That was in the 80s?
Yeah.
Well, just on the cusp.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
My mother-in-law remembers that day pretty well because she grew up in the Seattle area, and she was at a swim meet when it happened, and she says she remembers the pool reacting to like the earthquakes, and it was like crazy.
Whoa, really? That's where it like chunked, right? Like it lost a big piece.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
on that day, a series of volcanic explosions in pyroclastic flows began to happen at Mount Saint Helens in Skamania County, Washington.
You know what pyroclastic flow is, right?
Oh yeah.
Because most people think that like you die from lava, but apparently I took a
heat wave.
Yeah, I took a natural disasters class in college, and they always just talk about pyroclastic flow and how
If you're melted before the lava's even there.
Yeah, it's basically a cloud of superheated dust and ash that's like over I don't know how many degrees, like
it's a mini microwave coming at you.
Seriously, it destroys you immediately.
Yeah.
And it goes so fast. It's like an avalanche of superheated gases and magma and not magma, rock and shit.
Yeah. So a series of blasts occurred from the tip top of the summit and got worse until a major explosion erupted and blew off the mountain on May 18th, 1980. So like May 18th was like the big day.
Oh, so it began on March 27th.
It was rumbling and a grumbling.
Ooh, it was waiting for the right time.
Mm-hmm. It was edging. The eruption.
You know what's crazy? The day I edged, everybody at the pool remembers that too. Okay, I'm done.
The eruption, which was categorized as a volcanic explosive of level 5, was the most significant thing to happen in the United States as of volcanic eruptions, taking the crown from the smaller 1915 eruption of Lassen Peak in California.
Oh, really? I was gonna say 1915 was the biggest eruption before that.
Yeah.
Wow, they really went a while. It's so weird to think that 1980 was the closest giant eruption, and I don't even people don't talk about that. They'd have to be from
happen that much.
They have to be from the PNW to probably bring it up. But
oh yeah, no, we talk about it all the fucking time over here.
Do you actually?
Yeah, my childhood we talked because my parents were around for it and stuff. So
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is you kind of have to It
was 10 years before I was born.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
right, you're 52, dude. Shut up.
I know. Mount St. Helens is considered the most disastrous volcanic eruption in United States history. In result of the eruption, we suffered 2 months of earthquakes and steam venting episodes. So I'm assuming that just means the earth would crack and steam would be shooting all over the fucking place.
I didn't know there was that many earthquakes after a volcanic eruption.
Yeah, this shit's grumbling.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not like. Is it tectonic plate shit going on, or is it just kind of like I ate a fucking burrito supreme, grumbling, tumbling?
Yeah, no.
Bubble gut.
It went into all the science on it, but I'm not entirely sure. I didn't see the word tectonic plates, so
I'm assuming ground move.
I think it's more of a burrito thing from the gas station.
I think you're right.
So
those rolling hot dogs.
The earthquakes were so severe that they broke off the north face of the mountain, causing it to slide, thus creating the largest landslide in history.
Shut up.
That's pretty wild.
That is so crazy to think about the squirrel that was below that.
Yeah. Ice Age? No, sorry.
Oh, yeah, with that nut.
Always trying to get his nut.
He trying to get that. He was edging.
He edged through the whole franchise of Ice Age. It's insane.
Did he get the nut? Did he get the acorn? I don't think he does, right? No, he has to. It's a kid show. He has to fucking get the acorn.
I don't think
probably
he ever does.
He probably like gets the acorn. Okay, I'm totally guessing. I stopped watching Ice Age after the first one. He probably gets the acorn and then finds like a fucking female squirrel and then he shares it with her because like that's what like I would write if I was like a child author for movies, script writer. Right? Does he do that?
Holy fuck! I googled it.
Yeah.
Why? By the way, all I typed in was "did the squirrel" and it autocorrect to ever get the acorn.
Oh, that's sick. What's his name? Like Squint or Squirt or
Way fucking worse. I didn't even know he had a name.
yeah, his name was Squirt.
This is what the little tidbit says. After these fantastical feats of engineering, Scrat,
There we go.
very close to scat, eventually secured his acorn. At the end of the film, Scrat died and went to Scrat Heaven, where he was rewarded with joyous amounts of acorns, including the god acorn. Holy shit.
What? I mean, I guess it. No, Oh God, that's a little dark.
Here's a headline: 14 years, 5 films, 1 acorn. A detailed history of Scrat from Ice Age.
Whoa, they
Someone
had,
got
like,
paid to do this.
they had such a long meeting about what was gonna happen with Scrat.
Yeah.
I kind of like the death thing.
They probably had a Scrat division.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like Scrat was his own mini series, like within the movie.
Here's a quick sentence. Before Scrat could ever touch it, assuming the nut, however, Sid used CPR to bring him back to life. Much to his dismay, the little critter was so close to eternal peace, but even that was cruelty to take from him.
Oh, like oh wait, so he didn't die.
No, he did. I think he
Oh.
failed.
For any of you Ice Age fans out there, please DM us or email us about what's going on.
So it looks like he went to Scrat Heaven, he got the God Nut, and then Sid
brought him
used
back.
CPR to bring him back. So then he got his God Nut, and then what it says, rising from the grave like a deity. This makes him the original Jesus because this is in the Ice Age.
Oh my God! Wait, this is a conspiracy theory?
Why else would he have had his own Christmas and Easter specials?
Oh no! We just cracked open the biggest conspiracy theory that has ever found Camp Strange.
Holy shit.
This
article is so old that all the photos are like the links are dead.
Oh no! Bring them back. They're in the God Nut. The links are in the God Nut.
Scrat's Acorn has its own page on Ice Age Wiki.
Dude, am I gonna have to watch all the Ice Ages now? Because like we still don't even know if he got the nut or not. Are they still making those?
Oh boy,
I think they're still making them.
I don't know, man.
They got like 2 like gopher looking things that are like riding a pterodactyl. I saw like on a billboard.
Sure,
It's
you
like
gotta think about the Groods.
are the Groods part of that? Nick Cage is in the Groods.
I have no idea where I am. Okay, so largest landslide in history, but could have the eruption done something else? Something no one could have predicted. Is it possible that the eruption released something lurking within the hollow mountain?
Oh shit! There's a what? This is taking a turn.
This is the story of the infamous Batsquatch.
Wait, this was the intro?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
So the Batsquatch is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Part bat, part Sasquatch. The monster is described as following: yellow eyes, a dog-like muzzle, bluish fur, razor-sharp teeth, bird-like feet, and leathery bat wings that span up to 50 goddamn feet.
Whoa.
The Batsquatch is also estimated to be around 9 feet tall and has the ability to affect car engines. That's right. He's going to make your car goof and you will be screwed.
I think that motherfucker's been hanging around my car because that check engine light been killing me lately.
Isn't that wild, though? 9 feet tall, but a 50-foot wingspan? God damn.
You can't put milk in the car.
You need to sign him to a 10-day contract. So as locals far and wide went to the aftermath of Mount Saint Helens eruption, people started to see this monster flying around and, perched on trees. Although I cannot find any exact stories about the first-hand sightings from this time, like when they first started seeing them, but the local people warned each other that after the eruption, there was something strange and dangerous lurking in the area. So people started seeing him like right after the eruption. So that led people to believe that he was within the volcano.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, what happened here? Oh, there's a giant monster that just fucked up my... He just...
demon.
That thing just went and stole my catalytic converter. Oh, shit. That thing's fucking with my car engine. It just fucked up a piston.
He don't need no power tools to get my Cadillac converter.
That big bat monster just pissed in my piston. Oh, shit.
No. Can't take no piss in my piston.
It's shit in my windshield wiper fluid container. Like a poop on my windshield.
It's coming out all chunky.
It's chunky.
Then in 1994, an official reporting of seeing this blue furball was made.
Wait, he's blue?
Yeah.
Did you mention that?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I missed that.
Yeah. His description, man.
Damn. I just know that he was 90 feet with a 50-foot wingspan. That's caught my eye.
Yeah. Yellow eyes, blue fur, leathery bat wings.
Oof.
Chicken-like feet.
Handsome.
So in April 1994, a man named Brian Cranfield was traveling through Washington Pierce County when his car suddenly died on him.
Pissed in the pistons.
Yeah, he's flooded with piss.
Oh, who done pissed in my pistons? I'm Brian Cranston. Say my name. And it ain't pistons.
So Cranfield got out of his car and popped the hood to take a look. But suddenly, with a loud bang, the car bounced in place. Whoa. He slowly peeked over the hood, and there he was, sitting on top of his roof. The Batsquatch.
Damn. I mean, what was of his roof? That thing probably caved that shit in. Unless it was a Ford, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ford.
Built tough.
Cherokee.
I saw somewhere...
Even a fucking Ford car. I just say cool words.
That's a Chevy.
Cherokee.
I think a Cherokee's a Chevy.
Omaha, Cherokee.
I read somewhere that they're like he weighs up to like 2 or 3 grizzly bears, so it must have been a smooth landing. But no one knows how much this fucking thing weighs.
He used his knees.
Bend the knee. So he said it was human-like, but 9 feet tall with bat-like wings, and was rocking a devious blue fur.
Ooh, you know when the blue fur get devious? That's when it's time to run.
That's when you want to unzip that fur next to a fireplace. Use as a blanket.
Bat, why are you so devious with your look? That fur.
So as the two met eye to eye, the Batsquatch stood tall, snarling at Canfield, looking all hungry like. So with his car dead, Canfield turned and ran for his life as the Batsquatch launched into the air after him. Canfield ran all the way back to town, and when he made it, the back of his shirt was all torn and tattered.
Oh, shit, boy.
Yeah. Returning to his truck, he found that it was all scratched up from large claw marks. But unfortunately for him, the townsfolk shrugged it off, saying to Canfield that it was just one of them nights.
What? What town is this?
It's somewhere in Washington.
It's just one of those nights when you don't want to wake up.
Exactly. Limp Bizkit was performing that night.
Oh, he fucking Durst went and fucked up my car.
Well, we all know Fred Durst's legal name is Brian Canfield.
Yeah, I love that. I love when when an old town, when a small little old town, you go, "Oh my God, I just saw a man turn into a wolf and then kill a child." And you go,
As you're covered in blood.
and he goes, "That's just Mark."
Yeah.
Mark, you saw Mark again. Okay, that's Mark.
No big deal.
Just don't.
Add it to his tab.
What does he got on here? He got 3 Pabst Blue Ribbons and a dead child. Okay, that's Mark. That's Mark's tab.
So then again, in 2009, another sighting was reported. This sighting would take place near Mount Shasta in California.
Oh, great soda.
Yeah. Oh, I love a good Shasta. You know, a set has a good budget when they got Shasta Cola.
When the Shasta shows up.
Yeah.
When the Dr. Skipper shows up.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's a mountain boy, maybe munching on some mountain goats, picking up some elderberries for fun and a healthy little pocket snack.
Yum, yum.
Anywho, it was around Shasta where several hikers within, like, different groups, so they, like, weren't together, just, like, several people witnessed a huge creature with leathery wings fly out of a crevice in the mountainside.
Oh, shit.
The hikers also noted that the monster had a head similar to a flying fox bat, which are the cute ones that look like dogs.
Oh, I have seen those. They eat big old grapes and peaches and prunes and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
they cutie pies. I would love a pet flying fox bat, except for the ones that are like 20 feet wide. Those ones are scary.
Oh, yeah. There's some. That's like in Brazil where everything's bigger because that hot jungle. They make the spiders bigger. God just like, hey, let's
You're
make
sweating
everything
young.
fucking bigger.
You start sweating young, it just get bigger.
Sometimes I wish God took my penis to the Brazilian jungle.
You can take it for the first couple years. I ain't gonna use it.
Come on, God, make it bigger. Why ain't it bigger? It just eat grapes and prunes and peaches, but it ain't bigger.
So again, June 2011, location was not provided for this one. A man was in his yard letting his invisible dog take a very visible shit as he...
Where'd that shit come from? It's just falling out the air.
starts real slow, real small, then it just keeps getting bigger out of thin air.
First you hear the crackling of the turd coming out, and then you see it. Oh, you see it all right. You can't miss it.
But yeah, he's taking his dog out to shit when he saw something fly above him, saying, "I saw something fly in the sky. It had bat wings, blue fur, and a face similar to a dog. It was about 9 feet tall at least." So
How'd that guy know what a dog face looked like?
I don't know. He ain't seen one in years.
He's like, it kind of looked like what the turd would be related to if it was a mammal. I think it's a dog.
When I look at that turd, I think of its face, and that's what it looked like up in the sky. But it was blue.
I love how every wing is also leathery. They're like, the wing was leathery. I'm like, describe it differently. Say like the wing, it looked like a ball sack or something. I could see the veins through it. It was disturbing.
So
they should have took him down to the jungle.
Now, many people could draw some very obvious connections to the beloved Mothman, being that both monsters, both monsters appeared during or after cataclysmic events, being, the fatal Silver Bridge collapse that took the lives of 46 people, which the Mothman was, quote unquote, born from, and then Mount Saint Helens. Both cryptids have the power to affect man-made objects, and both share characteristics of glowing eyes and huge wings.
True.
But the biggest difference between them is their temperament. The Batsquatch seems to be a nasty bully who wants to put some dirt in your eye, and then there's the friendly neighborhood Mothman. It's good.
The
good
Raimi
little
verse,
reference right
the
there.
Raimi verse is leaking.
So I found an interesting website about the Batsquatch on storymaps.arcgis.com.
That was my favorite site.
I'm not sure if that's just like the like a blog hosting thing. But it was titled Batsquatch Monitoring, made by Nicholas Ellsberg, which first and foremost like makes a call for the state assistance in supporting the Batsquatch.
I didn't know what the fuck you just said. State instance?
It calls for state assistance.
Oh, I'm
like
sorry.
funds
Yes.
for supporting Batsquatch in attempts to find it, study it, and give it distance to live.
Wait, he made a petition to be like, you guys, let's raise some money for the Batsquatch, and hoping that he comes to collect.
I will say, out of all of the weird websites I have found while doing this podcast, this is probably one of the coolest ones I've ever seen.
Oh, it's well made.
It is very well done. But I found it interesting that it breaks down the factors for finding the monster. A key factor being elevation, saying Batsquatch are naturally attracted and prefer to live in mountainous environments. So local elevation is important for determining where Batsquatch may be.
Okay.
The next factor is forest cover, where it says the existence of nearby forest cover is also important to consider, as many of the animals the Batsquatch prey on, such as deer and moose, live in these habitats. So
I mean, you need some big chunky animals to feed off of, because you can't just
a moose, holy fuck.
Yeah, but you can't be like catching a bunch of like prairie
Rabbits.
dogs. Yeah, exactly. It's like too much work.
And the last one is interstates, saying, lastly, proximity to interstates is important to assess.
What?
Interstates allow for movement of staff and supplies to and from research stations to with relative ease, making them vital for successful. Holy shit, I'm getting tired. Vital for successful operations of the facility. However, Batsquatches have also been documented to telepathically interfere with the controls of motor vehicles on multiple occasions, and they are seemingly attracted to busy roads.
So he's saying that the Batsquatch is being cared for by secret facilities that are being supplied via the interstate?
Yeah. So he was mapping out a whole thing of like, if we were to find them, how could we, study them, but also like not interfere with them.
Huh. But he's saying that there's government facilities that are supplying this Batsquatch with supplies, correct?
No, it's more of like, I think it's more of like the people studying them, being able to like move information with ease, or like if you got people camping out in the woods, like bringing them supplies, like things like that.
Okay.
And then the site goes on into like geotopical maps showing where like there's high elevation, dense forests, and interstates, pinpointing like ideal areas where all those things come together, which I thought was like really interesting. And this is all on the state of Washington. To places that you would expect the Batsquatch to be based on like the scientific information.
They're triangulating him.
Yeah, and then the author continues to state that this research is also in part to help create a mutual happy relationship with the Batsquatch, saying that, this area is yours, this is ours, we won't bother you. An attempt to make a, like a coexisting relationship with the Batsquatch.
Because you can't take that bitch down.
No, and he's almost like a
he's a mascot.
Well, no, what do you want to say? Like this guy's like a cryptoid fucking rights activist. Like, we shouldn't be harming them, we shouldn't be bothering them. Like, we can learn from them, but we shouldn't be like pestering them and like give them their space to live.
Okay, I get that. Wow.
So hats off to Nicholas Ellsberg, because this website, along with the data, is like incredible. It's fascinating, and just like it was just like pretty cool to look through. All the detail and like work he put into it is really impressive.
And like most people are like, I want to find a Bigfoot to put a 12 gauge into his back. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a very rare occasion that you see somebody who's like, I want to find him to learn more and to ask him. You know, like it's just like
He growled at us. He said, "Huh?"
sounded like he said, "Huh?" No, he growled at us. That's how we had to film lead. He growled at us.
So yeah, hats off to what Ellsberg said, and maybe we should take notes and realize that maybe we need to stop looking for these missing links and monsters and give them space and allow them to live their lives. So for now, go ahead and enjoy yourself a delicious pint of Rogue Brewery Hazy IPA Batsquatch.
This
episode is brought to you by Rogue Brewery.
This is all a plug. I knew it.
It was all fake.
David, you do have a Batsquatch shirt, do you not? From Rogue.
I did. I haven't seen that thing in fucking months. I don't know what
I
happened.
lost some shirts I like too. I don't know where they are. Probably at the bottom of my dresser or something like that. But
yeah, I don't know.
Man, I gotta find.
No, that's a good beer though. I don't particularly enjoy it out of the can, but if you see it on tap, give it a swing.
Well, I think that wraps it up rather nicely. Whether it comes to Batsquatch or amputating your own leg, we got a little bit of everything for everybody, and we enjoy when you guys stick around to listen to our stories. So we hope that you also enjoy listening to them. If you guys need any more information, you could go to our Instagram at Camp Strange Podcast and check it out on there. If you click the link in the bio, you could find merch. You could find any place you want to listen to this. If you're listening to it, you already know where to listen to it.
Yeah, cowards.
Yeah, fuck you. And if you guys want to send us anything via email, you can send it to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to rate, review, and subscribe, I know that Spotify now has like a rating system. I posted something on Instagram. For those of you who rated, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And for those of you who didn't, just watch the story. I know who you are.
We've got an Excel spreadsheet about it.
Yep. We're doing hard calculations right now about you. Guess what? They're all coming up.
It's all in the red. It's all negative.
69. They're all coming up 69. That's bad news for you, buddy. Anyway, so thank you guys. We always appreciate it that you stuck around and listened to these stories. And David, do you have anything to say before we head out?
Yeah, I was right. Green Goblin boner. You guys saw it.
Not the Green Goblin boner, man. He won't stop talking about the Green Goblin boner.
The cobbler was there.
Oh, and it was peachy, all right. You guys don't even know. You know what's fucked up? We say this stuff, and you go, I wonder what their inside joke is. We don't know what the inside joke is. We don't know. You know just as much as we know, or at least I know. I can't speak for David, but he just keeps sending me memes of zoomed-in crotch of Willem Dafoe in the Green Goblin outfit saying Green Goblin boner. And then he also spelt it wrong, so now it says Green Coblin boner. So now Green Coblin boner is the new joke. I hope you're all happy as much as David is. So, anyway, Green Coblin boner. That's for you guys. And don't forget to stay strange.